We are here in the studio covering the case of Florida v. Garcia and Magbangwa out of Benton Hills, Florida. Let's jump right back into court to listen to the cross-examination of this digital expert. So as we're getting more information from Chris Corbett, the digital forensic examiner, we're having different defense attorneys cross-examine, but they all seem to be leading to the same general conclusion that at least there's some traceability between one of the defendants and the vehicle that led to the murder of the victim. Holly, I want you to jump in here. It seems like this is just corroboration after corroboration. Sorry, I'm gonna ask this of everyone. If you're the defense attorney in this case, what are you trying to get at and what are you gonna ask?
I'm going to start my cross-examination by asking 2 to 3 simple, direct questions that I know the answer to, and then I'm going to sit down and get this expert off of the stand so that they don't hear anything else from him accidentally. I think that right now they're trying to slow down the cases a little bit as to not ask the wrong question and get another answer that may also re-corroborate what's already been said.
So I'm seeing a lot of head nodding from our guests in studio and also via Skype. Ecleynne, Mercy, same question. What are you doing if you're on this? If you're the attorney here?
I'm following Holly's lead. I'm asking, are you 100% sure who is actually making the phone calls? Do you know who actually makes the phone calls? Oh, no? Okay, thank you. Next witness. We're not doing the maps. We're not doing the numbers. We're getting in and getting out.
We're gonna go 3 for 3, Koribanics. What are we doing here?
3 for 3. I'm with them. This is really you're just doing it. If I'm the prosecutor, I'm sitting back and just saying thank you so much. Can you show them that map I showed you again, just so they remember it?
All right. Let's see how well the defense attorney is helping the prosecution in this case and jump right back live into court. So here we have a lot of messages and phone calls. If you recall, you can't tell the contents of what's in a phone call, but you can tell what's in the context of a text message. And we're also seeing a lot of Adelson. If you remember, Adelson is in the background. This is the victim, Dan Markel's wife, or ex-spouse now, who they believe is the person who's concocting all of this but have not pressed charges. Mike Koribanics, it's weird to have a case where you're prosecuting for someone for pulling the trigger. You're prosecuting someone for being the go-between, but there's no purse. There's no person who actually started this all off. It seems like there's a huge hole here.
I think it's a tremendous hole. I don't know why they're rushing this case to trial. You know, it's a huge charge. It's a complicated charge. And you'd think you'd want to bring a prosecution that paints the whole picture. I don't know, regardless of how strong the evidence is as to certain people, I think the jury's going to be asking that, and they're going to, maybe the prosecution's created some doubt in being so rushed to bring this case to trial. There's no rush, it's a murder. There's no statute of limitations.
Yeah, Ecleynne, Mercy, it seems to me that they might have murder down pat, which is one of the top charges, but not the top charge, sorry. But the conspiracy to commit murder and the other lesser charges seem to slightly fall apart when you don't have that person. You don't have that person who's pulling the strings, especially for Magbangwa, who's the in-between.
Yeah, you need a plan. You need a reason why this murder was committed. It actually even goes to the intent. You know, why did they intend? Why did they plan this murder? And we don't have that reason. We have a professor who had an issue with his wife, but why was the murder? Murder for hire? Who did the hiring? These are like really cursory questions that the state should have been able to put up in their opening, and they didn't. They have a wild card witness that was a witness for the state, and that was the victim's ex-wife. And all, like, every normal person was like, well, maybe she's a witness of interest, and she wasn't even questioned like that. So I am floored. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know.
Now, Holly, we, like our audience and the jury, are all just gonna have to wait and see for all this evidence to come together. But it still begs the question of, are all these dots gonna be connected? And if there's such strong evidence against Garcia, maybe I'm being a dead horse, but why is the defense attorney for Magbangwa allowing this to happen? It seems like you should have severed this and said there was a confrontation or an antagonistic defense here. It seems odd.
It is certainly odd. And for me, the logical reason would be, or the logical thing to do here would be try all 3 together. So you do get those missing holes of motive and intent. in the storyline, it's been my experience as a trial attorney that jurors want the full picture. They want everything. They take their jobs very seriously, and they want to be able to examine, cross-examine, and question every little piece of this puzzle. For me, I would have anticipated this would be 3 different trials, or it would be all 3 together.
Yeah, I also would have thought that you would get the person who put out the hit to be prosecuted first, and then you trickle down the line and maybe use the person who put out the hit to say, hey, I contacted this person, I'm guilty, now I'm getting them. Then the person who got contacted said, hey, I was contacted by the person who's found guilty, then I got this person to pull the trigger, and that streamline would have been nice and neat. And again, there's no statute of limitations, so why not? We're going to continue to ask these hard-hitting questions and watch a live testimony here at the Law and Crime Trial Network right after this break.